You know what that I don't like that's coming out of the States right now?
That shit I don't like.
I hate all this DEI talk. The fact that Trump gets in office and all they do is moan about, oh, black people in the wrong place and black people in positions of power.
So check this out. In case you haven't heard, black people were only 4% of the people hired for DEI. So I would imagine black men were probably less than 1% because you know they're intimidated by us being in positions of power. They only want people in positions of power that they can, you know what I'm saying? That's why they hire a lot of black women for these office positions. They hire a lot of non-binary individuals for a lot of these positions. Black men, we really got to get it out the mud. But yeah, but DEI as a whole hired a minuscule percentage of black people in general. Basically, like, it might as well be none. It mostly benefited white women.
Catastrophes that happen, even though when it comes to a lot of these plane crashes, it was pretty much mostly white and mostly male pilots, or a lot of the difference. It's just like, bro, shut up about the whole minority thing. And you know what I can't stand? If you're going to talk so much about minorities and cry about them and cry about outreach for minorities, then do the same thing and talk about Jews. But all of a sudden, when
yeah, he did that side when he said that. He's like, "Oh shit, this is what we doing."
Jews was like, they're not bad apples. They even created a commission to fight anti-Semitism.
Investigating anti-Semitism on college campuses. The Trump administration announced it is looking into allegations of anti-Semitism at 5 universities, including Columbia and the University of...
Drop a comment. Have y'all ever witnessed real anti-Semitism? Bro, I didn't even know for the longest what a Jew was. I just thought they was all white. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know there was a difference or none of that. I know there's this deep-seated history with white people trying to make whiteness great again, so they're like picking and choosing who's white and non-white. But bro, at this point, like they blend into the point where someone can be Jewish and I have no idea unless they tell me their religion. Like, it's kind of crazy.
The Justice Department also announced a new task force with the sole purpose of rooting out anti-Semitism on college campuses. Along with Columbia and Berkeley, the DOJ will investigate the University of Minnesota, Northwestern, and Portland State. The acting assistant secretary for civil rights at the Department of Education addressed the investigations, saying that the department is putting universities, colleges, and K-12 schools on notice. This administration will not tolerate any form of anti-Semitism.
So what they're showing is all these protests that people are doing over the whole Israel-Palestine thing. And basically they're lumping quote-unquote anti-Semitism in with protesting the war over there or not spending money with Israeli companies and things like that. So basically this is another way of saying they're going to crack down on protesters who don't want people over there to be getting bombed. You know, when you wipe out a whole group of people, basically, they don't want that done. That's why they're protesting, and basically they're considering that anti-Semitism is what it comes down to.
What he's done is create a task force to go around and find, not just in colleges and universities, but in grade school as well, instances of anti-Semitism so that they can document how often this is happening to kids and they can actually do something about it.
Replace anti-Semitism with racism, anti-black, anti-Asian, anti-Native American, anti-Latino, anti-elite.
You don't hear nothing about the Native Americans. The red natives they be on their own reservations. They be in the casinos out the way. Like, I barely see them. The only time I see them is when I'm driving down the West Coast going to Cali. And I might stop at a gas station, casino gas station or something. I might see one randomly in like rural California or something like that, going to Winco. Like, I saw this Native American who was dark as me, had long hair, looked like a phenotypically Native American. That's a whole nother conversation. Let's get back to it.
What's the difference?
Black Lives Matter.
What's the difference?
Oh, not the organization, just the train of thoughts. Not the organization.
So I just want to appreciate there's literally zero difference.
No.
Isn't that DEI? What's the difference between that shit and saying, let's find racism against black folks? Let's find racism against Asians.
You know what the difference is?
Go ahead.
Who has the power? Who has the power to do it? Who has the power to change anything? Ain't no minority that's going to do nothing about that. They don't have the power. They don't control anything.
All of a sudden, we got to protect minorities when it's Jewish people. What happened? I thought y'all was going to be consistent. So y'all want to whine about DEI this, DEI that, black people don't deserve this spot, or black people are not competent, or they're a strain our economy. But you got Jews.
I really wish they would stop including DEI in the black people conversation, because that's a completely separate conversation. Although the right wing does use that as a straw man to lump us in with, but DEI really pretty much has nothing to do with us.
You got this Israeli lobby all up in your business trying to talk about, I'm going to put...
The right wing and the left wing just tries to use us as a mascot for everything or as a scapegoat for everything.
To put boots in the ground in Israel to push out the Gaza. It's like, what the f*** is this?
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it.
Is this not the definition of DEI? Are you guys not subsidizing Israel and all the Jews over there? But we can't talk about that. No, all of a sudden, now you guys... Before, you guys love saying LGBTQ slurs all up in Congress. You guys love talking all that shit. Soon as anybody mentions Jews, pearl clutching. It's like, okay, at least if you guys were consistent and y'all was throwing this shade at everybody, going Shabbat Shalom, bitch, you not getting no tax breaks, then I've been like, cool, okay. But the moment there's a Star of David, niggas close their eyes like the nice guy not illuminated.
It's kind of crazy how they're putting those boots on the ground over there now. And in the back of my mind for a while, I was like, is this an American proxy war? But I was like, nah, they just got control over our government, so they're just getting money from us to do their own war. But it's looking like, nah, we still got the power. We just our country kind of use them as for our agenda is what it's starting to look like. Well.
You say Shabbat Shalom, you ain't okay.
The amount of handouts these guys are giving to Jews is crazy. Yeah. Not only are they giving handouts, they're talking about taking out funding from a lot of the programs that go to like Africa or Latin America. Cool. Bitch is sending hundreds of billions to Israel nonstop. Yeah. It's like, this is why I say I don't take a lot of people seriously when they say they have these values or they want to talk about these things. It's like, y'all not comfortable about talking about it. You don't. All this DEI is just smokescreen. All this like, oh yeah, plane goes down. We don't want to talk about the fact that, he's put a hiring freeze on the FAA. He doesn't want to talk about the fact.
Bro, I think those were attacks, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just feel like it was. It was just too many in a row. Bro, we better watch these Chinese and these Russians, bro, because people getting real uncomfortable with this stuff just happening back to back like that. Y'all better figure it out. Just figure something out, man.
He's affecting a lot of the job hirings or whatever. No, we talk about,
immigrants.
Well, are they a minority?
Imagine the immigrants getting on these planes after all these planes going down, bro. What's going through their mind, bro? I could only imagine. Sheesh.
Minority?
Immigrants.
Okay, then.
But I guess...
are they a Jew?
I guess a minority is not a minority if...
Y'all better start hiding out and quit doing... Y'all all up in these protests and they're going to put you on one of these planes. Well, hell no, bro. Hell no, I gotta wait until they figure the FAA thing out, and at least before you get sent off, like let that calm down and cool. They figure that out.
It has a little bit of power. It's not a minority,
bro. It's cowardly, bro.
So yeah,
it's hot, and it's a bit disgusting too. A tragedy happens, and you're like, what race were they? Really? The whole DEI thing is so overblown, and just realizing like, okay, yeah, you want to cut out all these like tax breaks for all these initiatives, cool. Then why are they in place for the Jews? And why can't y'all talk about it? And why, when you guys talk about it, you sound exactly the same way Democrats sound when they talk about any other DEI initiative? Is there any difference? And if you're a Trump supporter, whatever the f*** it is, I don't really care. Am I wrong about this? Look at the way this man talks about Israel and Jews.
But they fought back bravely. You see that, you know that. What we have witnessed is an all-out attack on the very existence of a Jewish state in the Jewish...
Fought back is crazy. There's so much that's crazy.
The Israelis have stood strong and united.
Isn't that exactly the way Democrats talk about any initiative that they start? Mm-hmm. What's the difference? It's just a different target, same kind of rhetoric. So it's just, I don't know. It was something I was seeing all week, and I was cringing really hard.
The reason that is happening is because it was lobby. People got together and was like, yo, we're not doing that. And then the president, well, we're going to do something about it. Or I'm not gonna get the tax dollars or whatever, whatnot. You know what I mean? So we don't have that. We don't have a group. The Latinos don't have a group.
Also, I don't want to hear nobody tell me, oh well, Abba, there's actual anti-Jewish sentiment, blah blah blah. Bro, the things that they call anti-Semitism is just saying, I don't with the state of Israel. I don't want to buy products that come from Israel. Illegal. They've made it illegal to boycott a country you don't. You can boycott your own country. Yes. You can criticize your own country, but There's such a DEI effort for Israel. You can't even say I don't want they shit.
But you can't say that it's a DEI effort because they're not part of the DEI. It's not DEI.
Diversity, yes they are.
They're not.
Equity, that's what that is.
Yeah, but it's
Inclusion. Welcome home, Jews.
yes, but it's not.
Moses is calling.
No, but it's not the same thing.
Moral of the story, if you see a group of people who is so powerful that you gotta walk on eggshells even mentioning them, to the point where when I saw this title, I was like, yo, I can't believe they went there. Maybe that's something to emulate if you happen to be a foundational Black American. Because yeah, I guess they started from the bottom and now they're where they are. I don't want to quote Drake because bruh's a Karen, but let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment below. Till next time, Sonny Bravo, Action Over Talk. Check out the next video. I'm gonna put it right here. Holla at y'all next time.